Good morning. This is XPulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Friday, April 24th, 2026. We've got OpenAI's GPT-5.5 launch, SpaceX making a wild play for Cursor ahead of its IPO, and BIC tightening belts to pay for AI. I've got Orion with me. Ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Lead story. OpenAI just shipped GPT-5.5. What did they actually launch?
The New York Times reported on April 23rd that OpenAI unveiled GPT-5.5, positioning it as stronger at coding and office task automation. They're framing it as a productivity model, better for agent-like workflows, and they're also taking a notably different posture on cybersecurity transparency than some rivals.
When they say office tasks, what should listeners picture?
More reliable drafting and rewriting, spreadsheet and document work, meeting follow-ups and multi-step coordination, things that break when a model loses context. The signal is, OpenAI wants GPT-5.5 to be a default work model, not just a chat model.
That cybersecurity transparency angle, what's the practical difference?
It sounds like OpenAI is leaning toward clearer disclosure around security evaluation and risk handling, rather than keeping everything opaque. For buyers, that can translate into easier internal approvals, security teams like auditability, even if it also gives critics more to scrutinize.
Okay, this one is a head-turner, SpaceX and Cursor. What's the deal?
Reuters coverage, echoed by TechCrunch, said on April 22nd that SpaceX secured an option to buy the AI coding startup Cursor for up to $60 billion later this year, or pay $10 billion for a joint development collaboration instead. It was disclosed as SpaceX starts an analyst roadshow for a planned $1.75 trillion IPO.
Cursor, give us the one line. What is it?
Cursor is an AI-first coding environment. Think an IDE, where code completion, refactors, and debugging are driven by a model, not just a basic autocomplete. 60 billion, that's a lot of autocomplete.
Why would SpaceX want this before going public?
Two angles, internal velocity and narrative. Developer tooling plus supercomputing collaboration can speed up software across rockets, satellites, and manufacturing. And ahead of an IPO, it signals we're not just aerospace, we're an AI platform company, alongside governance changes that keep Elon Musk's voting control entrenched.
Now, the cost side of AI, layoffs at Meta, buyouts at Microsoft, what happened?
Yahoo Finance reported on April 23rd that Meta plans to cut about 8,000 jobs, roughly 10%, while redirecting spending into large-scale AI models and data centers. Microsoft is offering voluntary buyouts and early retirement options for some staff, also framed around managing soaring AI costs.
So is this AI replaces people or AI is expensive?
Mostly, AI is expensive. The big bill is compute, data centers, and specialized talent. Companies are reshaping headcount to fund that shift. It's less a clean automation story, more a reallocation story, from broad payroll to heavy infrastructure and model spend.
What should teams inside these companies do with that reality?
Assume budgets tilt toward projects that prove measurable lift, shipping features, cutting cycle time, reducing incident load. If you can tie your work to that, you're safer. And everyone, technical or not, benefits from baseline AI fluency, prompting, evaluation, and data hygiene.
Let's go enterprise. Capgemini and Google Cloud are expanding their partnership. What's new?
A Yahoo press release on April 23rd says Capgemini expanded its partnership with Google Cloud and launched a Google Cloud AI Enterprise Hub. The pitch is accelerating agentic AI adoption, embedding Gemini Enterprise into client projects, and scaling deployments with engineering and platform services.
An enterprise hub can mean anything. What's it likely to be?
Usually a packaged playbook, reference architectures, pre-built agents and workflow templates, governance and security patterns, plus delivery teams trained on one cloud stack. It's less one new model, more a repeatable factory to get from pilot to production.
What's the broader signal in the market?
Systems integrators are aligning tightly with specific cloud AI platforms. That can speed execution, fewer choices, more muscle memory, but it also nudges enterprises toward de facto standards. The battle isn't only model quality, it's distribution through the firms that implement everything.
Before you jump into your calendar, a few quick hits across infrastructure, money, and day-to-day adoption.
SiliconANGLE reported on April 23rd that Google's AI superstack runs well over 1 million NVIDIA GPUs across its fleet, And tech startups said on April 22nd that vast data raised $1 billion at about a $30 billion valuation, more capital flowing to the data layer that keeps models fed.
Vast data in plain English. What do?
They build storage and data infrastructure to move and serve huge data sets fast, critical when training and running models at scale. Also, Crunchbase News reported on April 22nd that first quarter venture funding hit roughly $300 billion. $300 billion. My pitch deck felt seen.
Inside companies, where is AI spend actually showing up?
CFO.com, citing a Bain survey on April 23rd, said 56% of 102 finance chiefs plan to raise enterprise AI investment by more than 15%, with the hard part being moving pilots into production. Reuters on April 22nd also flagged Apple's device-first approach may constrain its AI platform pace.
And on the consumer safety front, anything notable?
CNET reported on April 23rd that Meta added AI Insights, a parental view showing topic-level summaries of what teens ask Meta AI across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, plus alerts for self-harm-related queries. It's a transparency move. Useful, but it'll also raise questions about where privacy lines sit.
That's Xpulse AI Morning Mix for Friday, April 24th, 2026. If this helped, share it with a coworker who lives in their inbox. See you next time.